So a few days ago, when we were in campus, like during break, a friend of mine who is on self-improvement asked another friend who is not like who is just a normal teenager that bro, what do you do as soon as you wake up? And he said that I wake up and I take my phone. At that moment, I remembered that bro, how big of a problem that like this scrolling and phone is for teenagers. Like I have been free from this problem for over 8 months now. I have like been free from it for such a long time that I even forgot that this problem exists. And yes, bro, 8 months. And yes, there is a way to become free from it. Let me show you how. So I'm going to be telling you two major ways that you can implement in your life to like become free from scrolling and become free from social media. And so the first way is that bro, if you are a really energetic and ambitious person like me, just delete the apps. The biggest like monk mode season I went on started from 5th of December, like the previous year, and it went from 5th of December to 5th of June. 6 months, 6 whole months, and bro, that was the time that I became like free from social media. Like before that, I used to use like Instagram around every month or so, but when I used to use it, I used to use it for like 2-3 hours on that day. Like I would say to myself, no, I am being social in this way. I would like scroll a lot on reels, and then at the end of the day I would like delete Instagram and I would be thinking to myself like why did I scroll so much. But then after that monk mode season, when I came back on Instagram, I was not anymore addicted to scrolling because like I looked at like 3-4 reels, but then my mind told me, bro, what are you doing? Why are you scrolling? This is not you. So I closed the app and then I did not scroll. And so bro, like if you really want to become like free from this, just delete the apps. Like I know the first 21 days will be very hard. Like the first 7 days will be the hardest. You would want to like reinstall the app, but you must fight that urge. But then after the first 7 days, it would like the load would start to become lighter and lighter. But then after the first 21 days, you will be thinking to yourself, why did not anyone tell me about this before? Like why didn't anyone tell me that I should delete all my social media for like 6 months or so? Like bro, you would be so happy. Like bro, you don't need those apps to be happy. Don't cope and don't say to yourself that I am being social. You don't need those apps to be happy, because you know what, I am more than happy. Like I am happier more than normal people. And bro, I don't have any social media apps other than YouTube, and I use it for like long form content only 3 times, like 4 times in a week, only long form content. And I am the happiest I have been in my entire life. And then your brain might be saying to yourself, but how am I going to keep up with the world? You are not. And that is the point of deleting these apps. Like bro, your brain is not made in a way that you should keep up with the entire world. Like your brain is not made in a way to hold the information of what is going from Alaska to America in the entire world. No, your brain is not made in such a way. And so when you delete these apps, like you would be free from all like stresses, like all the types of stresses that do not even affect you, that are out of your control. And so when you delete these apps, you would be free from those stresses. Like if something too big happens, you will know from people. Like the way I like get my like most of my information about what is happening in the world is through people. And I know bro, this requires a lot of energy and a lot of ambition and a lot of like you have to really fight that urge for the like first 14 to 15 days, but then after that it's easy. The bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the reward. And you really want to be the best of the best, you must delete those apps. And so your complete plan of action is that you first delete these apps for 3 months straight, like a minimum of 3 months. You uninstall these apps and you do not install these apps. But by then, like you would not be addicted to those apps. Like if you do not go on any of these apps for 3 months, you will no longer be addicted to scrolling or these apps. But then after those 3 months are over, or how many months you want, I would recommend a minimum of 3 months. Like less than 3 months would not have the same effect. And so after those 3 months, you might maybe like you might go on those apps after a month or so. Like you might like look at 3-4 reels, check the stories of people, like see who has messaged you and then reply to them, and then all of that stuff. By now everybody knows that I will not reply for at least like a month or so. So they know that I will not reply because they know that I don't use Instagram every single day. And then bro, when you go on those apps after like a month or so, don't say to yourself that I am already on these apps and so I can like scroll as much as possible. No, you set a limit of maximum of 10 minutes. Then you might be thinking, but bro, now I have so much time. Like, yes, I uninstalled all of those apps, but what do I do now? I have so much time in my entire day. I will tell you what to do in a moment. But for now, the second way to become free from scrolling is progressive deloading. Like, this is for people who still want to do it, like who still want to become like free from scrolling, but who want to do it in a softer way. And so the name says it all, like progressive deloading. You slowly but surely decrease the amount of time you deload. Like for example, if you scroll for like 2 hours yesterday, you set a limit, you set a like goal of scrolling for 1 hour 15 minutes the next day, then the next day 1 hour 40 or 45 minutes, then 1 hour 30 or 35 minutes, and then maybe you mess up and you like scroll for like 1 hour 45 minutes again. But then you're like mad at yourself that why did I do this? Like why did I like miss my goal? And so the next day you scroll for maybe like 1 hour 10 minutes. If you slowly but surely decrease the amount of time you spend on those apps, in a month or so, like a maximum of month, you will be at 10 minutes. And then when you are at 10 minutes, set a goal that I would only scroll for like 2-3 minutes, and then the rest of the time from that 10-minute time would go to like maybe replying messages and that stuff. And so you might be thinking, but bro, how will I know that how much time I have spent on this app? There is an app called Screen Time. Go and install that right now. And then when you have installed that, like it will tell you like on your bar how much time you have spent on every single like app, and then how much screen time in total you have. And then go on that app every single day and then set a like time limit. You can do that on that app for every single day. And so let's say that your goal for tomorrow is to like scroll for 1 hour 20 minutes. And so you go on that app and you set a limit for 1 hour 20 minutes. And then as soon as that limit hits, like whatever you are doing, maybe if you are like looking at messages, like you are talking with someone, you don't use the app any further, because if you do, you will not be able to complete your goal. You will miss your goal, and we do not want that. We want to be serious with this. Do not take this lightly, bro. And then comes the big question: what to do with so much time? Like you used to scroll for maybe a minimum of 2 hours every single day, and then you have like deleted those apps, or like you are trying to become free from those apps, and so you have like a minimum of 2 hours on your hand every single day. And so what do you do with all of that time? Because you can't just sit, like let's be real, you cannot just sit for 2 hours, because you would go back to those apps if you just sit. And so what do you think I'm going to say? Come on, make a guess. Do the good habits, of course, like start reading Quran every single day. Like set a time to read Quran. Start reading different books. Like start reading books that are not included in your syllabus, and then start exercising. Start doing those good habits. Like watch long form educational content. Build yourself a routine, and then make yourself busy. Because bro, have you looked at the condition of the ummah? Like if you are not blind, and if you are not deaf, you must have looked at the condition of the ummah. You know the condition of the ummah, and so you do not have time to be sitting like as a teenager, as a shabab. You do not have time to be just sitting and saying to yourself, "Oh, I have nothing to do. I am bored. What can I do?" So, bro, make yourself busy, and bro, know that you will not be able to move from in front of Allah without telling Him how you spent your time and how you spent your youth. Like, if you are ready to answer these two questions, go on and keep scrolling. Like, what are you going to say? Like, when Allah asks you, how did you spend your time? Like, just imagine this. Like, close your eyes and just imagine that you are standing in front of Allah, and He asks you, like, how did you spend your time? And you say, scrolling. Scrolling, huh? You are going to say, scrolling. You spend like minimum 2 hours every single day scrolling. That is going to be your answer. And then some things that will help you to like become free from scrolling are prayer and meditation. Like both of them have their own place. So I do both of them. I pray 5 times every single day. and then I do meditation one time, like for maybe 5 to 10 minutes every single day. And then, bro, like if you start meditating every single day, you will become mindful. Like as I told you in my story that when I came back on those apps after like 6 months, my mind, like as soon as I watched 3 4 reels, my mind told me that, bro, what are you doing? This is called mindfulness. Like I was not in the scrolling, but my mind was mindful. And so it told me that, bro, what are you doing? This is not you. And so how do you become mindful? By meditating every single day. Like if you start meditating now, like if you start meditating from today and you like meditate for 5 minutes, you will start to see the benefits in 1 to 2 weeks. And then, bro, even if you like miss a day, don't stop meditating. Like if you miss a day, don't say to yourself, oh bro, I have already missed a day and so there is no point in me continuing meditating. No, bro, that's an idiotic way to think about it. So if you want to be free from those apps, you must take the action. You must delete all those apps. If you don't want to go that way, you must start using progressive reloading. If you really like my advice and you want to go on a one-to-one call with me, click the first link in the description. And then if you are interested in buying a full productivity course made for Muslims by a Muslim, click the second link in the description. And so do good, and I'll see you in Jannah.